वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः। ॐ श्री परमात्मने नमः।
ॐ श्री परमात्मने नमः।
अथ चतुर्थोऽध्यायः।
अथ चतुर्थोऽध्यायः।
श्रीभगवानुवाच।
श्रीभगवानुवाच।
श्लोक नंबर 7। ये यथा मां प्रपद्यन्ते
ये यथा मां प्रपद्यन्ते
तांस्तथैव भजाम्यहम्।
तांस्तथैव भजाम्यहम्।
मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते
मम वर्त्मानुवर्तन्ते
मनुष्याः पार्थ सर्वशः।
मनुष्याः पार्थ सर्वशः।
So, another beautiful shloka. Those who worship seeking whatever they wish, in whatever way, I bless them accordingly. Not all people ask for shreyas. Some, many, not some, many, they ask for prayers. Many are prayoti. Only a few are shreyoti. Many ask for dharma, artha, kama. Only few ask for moksha. So whatever, whether it is pravrti or nivritti, I bless them accordingly. Therefore, they follow my path alone, the path which I have taught through the Vedas. The entire Veda, both Veda Purva and Veda Anta. Veda Purva dealing with karma, Veda Anta dealing with jnana. So through karma marga for prayers, jnana marga for shreyas. The destinations are different, but whatever they choose and they work for it, I bless them accordingly. That is the beautiful shloka. How do you interpret the shloka? Look upon the shloka based on what has gone and what is going to come. That is what Sampradaya will do. Not we take the shloka alone without any context. Without any context also, you take this, the meaning would be general. So, ye manushyaha, ye vaidikaha, dharma marga manugataha. Those who follow dharma, those who follow Veda. So, therefore, the Vedikas. Vaidikaha mean those who follow the Veda, the Vedic lifestyle. Now, we are reading the shloka. So, in whatever form, that also we can take in whatever form, whether you worship with attributes or without attributes, even with attributes, whatever form. All the forms are the forms of the Lord. From the form of the Manushya Rupa, from the form of a human being to the form of an animal or a mixture of human beings and animal like Narsimha, whichever form and whichever object, whichever thing you invoke me. You can invoke in a stone, you can invoke in a paper, cardboard, or you can invoke in a lamination. You can invoke in a lump of clay. That is what during Ganapati Chaturthi yesterday. Ganapati Vinayaka is invoked in a lump of clay. Clay is given a form. They make the murti out of clay or a lump of turmeric powder. A lump of turmeric powder, and Ganapati is invoked in that lump, and puja is done. This is done invariably before any puja, any homa. So therefore, in whichever form you invoke, in that form I appear and bless. I accept their puja, I accept their offering and bless them. Iti. So therefore, there is no Western Lord, Eastern Lord. All the gods and goddesses are nothing but only the same Bhagavan only, who is with form, so many forms. Without form, that is Nirgunam. No form also is the Lord only, with form, without form. So one has the choice to invoke in whichever form or in a formless way also. As you sow, so shall you reap. The statement applies to the purpose as well as to the form. For whatever purpose, that is ye yata mam prapadyante, in whatever way, with whatever purpose, with whatever sankalpa, for whatever purpose I worship, that purpose I serve. That is why sankalpa, when it is taken before the puja, sankalpa, a list of things, a list is given. That is the wishes. For these wishes to be fulfilled, I am doing this puja, I am doing this japa, I am conducting this homa, etc. So that purpose I serve. So Bhagavan knows everything. Bhagavan knows everything. Why should we ask for things? Already Bhagavan knows what we want. Should we ask him? Yes, we should ask. Bhagavan has given us the buddhi, given us all the faculty to ask for, therefore ask. Even though Bhagavan knows, one should ask. Ask, it shall be given. Therefore, asking Bhagavan. And that is asking is only the sankalpa. The purpose for which an action is taken, a puja is done. So that purpose I serve. Usually people want only limited results, prayers. Limited results, and that are dealt by the Veda Purva, Karma Kanda of the Veda, or any Lokika Karma also. People, they want only limited results. Any limited results, or any limited results, whether Vaidika, any limited results, whether the action is action, whether the actions, the karma, the activities, which are either Vaidika or the material, they are after only Artha and Kama, Dharma, Artha, Kama. Dharma, Artha, Kama offer limited results. They are achieved in time and therefore they have limited results, finite results. They go away in time. When they are in distress, for instance, they want relief from this distress. Artha, Artharthi, people in dukkha, for the relief from dukkha, they pray. Although this particular shloka is with reference to Vedic rituals and prayers, that is why I said Vaidika, it can also be considered beyond its religious scope. It can be extended to all the material activities also. I am available to you as various sources in the world, various laws, powers, and possibilities. There is order, Ishvara. Ishvara is this Jagat, entire Jagat. Therefore, he is everything. In whichever form you invoke, that way I'm going to appear. I bless. A person who goes to the gym daily and lifts weights because he or she wants to develop biceps, is invoking the Lord in the form of biceps alone, and he'll be blessed with biceps. So the order. You work for invoking the biceps, and if it is done as should be done properly, then biceps will develop. The person will be blessed with biceps. The blessing, the action is done, and the results come. The action is the action, the appropriate action. The action, it is not. It is not something that action is done randomly, or it is not done as it should be done. It is done as it should be done. When the action is done as it should be done, the biceps bound to come. So therefore, there is a concomitant relationship, karma and karma pala. The person doing the particular karma, the way it is to be done, it is done, the karma, then the person definitely will be blessed with the result. This is the order. And the order is infallible. The results are bound to come. The person is bound to be blessed with the biceps. So therefore, Bhagavan is available in this, the form of the order, in the form of the powers and possibilities. And if you develop your left arm, the Lord will bulge out there only. This then is a Lord. Tams tataiva bhajamyaham. Therefore, it's applicable not only to the actions, the karma of the Veda, can be extended to any activity, any material activities also, not only Vedika. Veda deals with rituals and prayers. So with regard to prayers also, the same. In fact, the shloka talks with regard to prayers. It can be extended to any actions. The Shruti, the Shastram says that in whatever form people invoke, in that form the result will come. Therefore, if biceps are the goal, you have dedicated yourself and your life, then biceps will be what you invoke, and biceps will be what you get. The goal, the end is always Bhagavan. The Lord, even though the person who has no other goal than biceps, may not recognize Bhagavan in the form of biceps. Thus, you will find that in whatever form you invoke, that form alone the result will come. As you sow, so shall you reap. In whatever form you invoke the Lord, in the same form the result will come. So as your work, so will be your result, karma pala. So karma and karma pala. Karma pala bound to come in keeping with the karma. That is the order. That is the blessing. That is the blessing of the Lord. Ye yata mam prapadyante tataiva bhajamyaham. Therefore, every prayer is valid. Any form of prayer and every prayer is valid. In that sense, all religions are equal. There is no pagan's prayer. There is only prayer. Although different religions have their own forms of prayers, no one form is more efficacious than another. Regardless of the language used to invoke the Lord is invoked. Whether you call the water as Jalam, or whether you call the water as Pani or Aqua, whatever, water is water. Similarly, whichever language is used to invoke the Lord is invoked. When tribal people, somebody has said this in class, when tribal people perform a rain dance, the African tribes, for instance, the rain comes, the dance brings rain. Therefore, it is, what is the connection between the dance and the rain? It comes. What is the connection between a ritual, the Kariri Yajna, and the rain? The Yajna is performed and rain comes. The Vaidika, who performs the ritual, he knows rain will come, therefore he comes to the Yajnashala with his umbrella. So much Shraddha in the Shastram. When Kariri Yajna is done, rain is bound to come. So rain dance brings rain, ritual brings rain, therefore it's all Veda only. Similarly, when a person performs a certain very elaborate, sophisticated ritual, a Vedic ritual, the rains do come, Kariri Yajna. When these rituals, be they Vedic or tribal, when they are performed with the Shraddha, with faith and sincerity, there will be rain. Without Shraddha, the rains will not come. The mode can be different, but the result, the pala, is the same. Thus, any form of prayer is as efficacious as any other prayer. So the tribal people, the African tribes, they have discovered that particular form of dance brings rain. So with the Shraddha, you have to perform the dance. Then rain must come. Not that anything you do with Shraddha, rain will come. There is a invisible connection. Connection is not seen, it is invisible. That is why it is not available for Pratyakshadi Pramana. That is why it says Apaurushaya. Rain dance brings rain means it is Apaurushaya, not available for understanding the connection by the human intellect. Therefore, it is Vaidika, we say. Even it is not in the Veda. It is not available for other Pramanam. Either it is Vedas or some other Praman, some other, not available for human intellect. Apaurushaya, it is. The dance should be performed with the Shraddha. The rains will come. Without Shraddha, if it is done, the rain will not come. The mode can be different, but the result, the pala is the same. Thus, any form of prayer is as efficacious as any other prayer. This must be understood well, not as tolerance for or accommodation in terms of worship other than one's own, but in terms of simple understanding alone. Therefore, there is no pagan's prayer, there is only prayer. What is the prayer? What is important is only prayer, praying, prayer. When tribal people repeat a prayer in a dialect that doesn't have a structure, a script, or grammar, it may not be understood by us, but Bhagavan understands this, but they understood by Bhagavan. Language is people think they have said something and they have. Thus, there is communication between themselves and the Lord. Others need not understand. It's a communication between them and the Lord, which is all that matters. Even in religions, where the believers repeat words in a language unknown to them, it is understood that the Lord understands the language being used. Nothing more is required. Just as when you send telegram, the other person should be able to read it. When you talk to the Lord, he should be able to understand you. So that the motive, the attitude, Bhagavan reads that. Bhagavan understands how the language is. A prayer is a feeling. Bhagavan understands the feeling. It's expressed in a certain form, in a certain language, the meaning of which we may not even know. But the feeling, the intention is definitely there. And this is what conveyed to the Lord in a prayer, the form of a ritual or dance. As for the words of the prayer themselves, the Lord knows all languages. All you have to do is express what you have to express. This is not a religious accommodation. It's a simple understanding of what prayer is, what Ishvara is. That is why we say all religions are equally true with regard to the prayers. But with regard to the truth, they cannot be said to be equal. With regard to prayers, they are equal. But with regard to moksha, they are not, because they have their own philosophy. So with regard to prayer, whichever form, African prayer or American prayer, or Australian prayer or Indian prayer, any form of prayer, prayer is prayer. So any religion they follow, prayer as validity. So therefore, this is not religious accommodation. No expansiveness of art is required here. Simple understanding. Nor do you need to be a great sadhu or saint. Understanding the nature of prayer. Simple understanding. Understanding the nature of prayer is not to be confused with how each religion defines God, which is where all kinds of problems arise. Concept of God differs from religion to religion. Not all the concepts are true. Where the religions differ. And the concepts of some religions may not be true at all. So when it comes to real issues, concepts, and so on, the real problems. But these have nothing to do with prayer. So with regard to prayer, there are no differences. But with regard to concepts, the differences or real differences cannot be certain differences really cannot be accommodated at all. There is no accommodation required with regard to prayer. Therefore, the real issues are what is freedom? Why exactly am I praying? Is it for a limited result or for some other reason? If moksha is what you want, how many religions understand or define moksha? It's a big question. Freedom. And the concept of freedom also it's different. Therefore, with regard to the concept of moksha, the freedom, there are differences. There are differences, and there we cannot accommodate. Their accommodation is not possible. But with regard to prayers, All religions are equally valid. If moksha is what you want, then there is something to be understood. That you are the whole is a fact, not a belief. It is a fact. Whereas it is the you are the whole, if it is said for some religions, it is a blasphemy. You don't accept. Therefore, you are the whole is a fact, not a belief. It's a fact. What belief is required? Pramanam is required, Shastram is required, and it is entirely different from what is being said by the various religions of the world. Therefore, the inter-religious faith conference and all they will not accept. They will differ in this fact, and therefore that they differ. They don't accept. They don't concur with regard to the concept, not concept, with regard to the fact, with regard to the factual fact that you are the whole. There are always differences. With regard to the prayers, there are no differences. Because you are the whole is a fact, because it is a fact, therefore it is to be understood quietly. It has nothing to do with the commitment to religion as such, or to one religion in particular. So this is religious. Whereas you are the fact, you are the whole is a fact that is spiritual. Even those not connected to religion, they are also blessed. No religion, but still they are blessed. The blessing doesn't require any religion, any form, any ritual. But Bhagavan says here is not only with reference to prayer, but applies beyond prayer also. Even a person who has no connection to religion is blessed. This includes people who claim not to be religious, those who are not religious, not conformed to any religion, or even critical of religion also. Even they don't accept Bhagavan. It is for some people, religion is nothing more than money and power, and for communists, religion is statism. Statism, footnote. Statism, the practice or doctrine of giving a centralized government control over economic planning and policy. Whatever religion is for them, in that form alone they are blessed, meaning they are not condemned, they are blessed. In this verse, Krishna tells Arjuna, all human beings follow me alone. Mama vartama anuvartante manushyaha partha sarubashaha. In all ways, in other words, whether they know I am the one that is sought after or not, they are on my track alone. In and through all the Purushartha, they seek me alone, even though they don't know, but they follow my path alone. So Bhagavan says here, at the end of the track, I'm always there. But there will come a time people pursuing the Dharmartha Kama Purushartha, they will come around and finally one day they will come to discover the moksha Purushartha, the truth of moksha. In and through all the Purushartha, what they seek is only freedom, that they discover. So at the end, that is at the end of the track, that is the end of the track, end of the path. I'm always there. There may be, they may think a particular destination is the destination, but it is only a lap in the journey. If money or power is a destination, they are still on the road to me because power and money are also me. Power is also Bhagavan. Money is also Bhagavan. That's why we have money. We look upon money as goddess Lakshmi. We have stotram for invoking goddess Lakshmi and get wealth, asking for wealth, praying for wealth, Kanakadara stotram. Similarly for power, physical well-being, etc. So therefore, they are also me. Remember, Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth, is with me. Power is also with me. There are different types of wealth. The wealth, that is Lakshmi. Health is also Lakshmi. Money is also Lakshmi. Knowledge is Saraswati, but it is Vidyadanam, we say Lakshmi. Son, progenies, that is also Lakshmi. So all are looked upon as wealth, Lakshmi. So those who dedicate their entire lives to health, for example, they may enjoy Lakshmi in the form of health, Arogya Lakshmi. Those who dedicate their lives to acquiring power may gain the power they seek, if everything goes well. If the prayers are appropriate and their previous karma, Tarata karma, is not totally against it, they will have power. Thus, Krishna says, whether people ask for small ends or big ends, they're all on my track, whether they know it or not. That is it. Stop here. Continue. Let us pass. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Dhanyavadaha.